Hi everyone, welcome back. It's 2026 and you know what that means. It's BTS year. Officially, BTS are coming back in March. They've announced that they're releasing an album on the 20th of March. I'm so excited. It's a few days before they're going to release the tour announcement and I'm just hoping for good things on the tour schedule. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I can't believe it's actually here. We're like finally in 2026, like BTS are finally coming back together. But yeah, it's good timing, I suppose. So today I'm gonna do a full flip through of my BTS collection. So it's kind of like a tradition in the collecting community that people do like flip throughs at the end of the year, or in this case the beginning of the new year, just to see how like your collection's changed over the past year or so. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hello, welcome, nice to have you. Just a little bit about my collection. I only collect BTS. They're the only like K-pop group that I listen to, that I'm into, so I only collect them. I do collect all members, especially for like the solo stuff and things that I pull, but I do have a more specific focus on JK, Jin and Yoongi just because they're my bias line. There is a fair amount to get through, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it. So starting off the same as I have done the past couple of years actually. It's crazy that this is like my third year doing a full flip through. Anyway, so this is my YoonJin A5 collection. So this is all like the Korean album and like some DVD stuff. This binder is from Meow Cafe. I did have a list of goals and things that I wanted to collect this year, but I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it got sidetracked with Echo and the Run Sok Jin tour because those were two things I was not expecting. I had the best intentions with a lot of stuff, but you'll see like when I go through my other binders, Jin kind of just like took hold and just didn't let go and still hasn't let go, and I'm not complaining. But yeah, so we'll just go through the binders and I'll talk a little bit about what I've collected this year and what my favourite things were and stuff. But yeah, just starting out with some of the unit things to start off with. This was my favourite thing that I've collected this year, possibly of the entire year, which is the Fifth Muster ticket holder unit card. I got such a good deal on this considering like some of the prices that I've seen it go for, and I'm just so happy that I have this because it's so pretty. It's such a nice card, and it was one of those things where I was like, maybe that's like a bit too ambitious, but no, I have it, and there's space for hopefully more unit cards in the future. I love that so much. I'm so happy that I have it. But yeah, as you can see, just go through everything in release order. There's a mix of Korean and Japanese cards in here just because layout wise it just helps with the layout that I've set up. I did manage to get this year. I'm saying this year, but I mean in 2025. So I managed to finish this one, which I'm very happy about. So I've got like all bias lined for the Dope Young Forever now, which is nice. These are like out of order, but again, don't worry about it. They're just kind of there because they have nowhere else to go at the minute. I did manage to collect the Love Yourself hair. I managed to finish this set this year, which I was really happy about. I do want to hopefully try and finish Answer in 2026, which I'm kind of annoyed because I thought I was going to have it done by the end of 2025, but I'd ordered like all three of these Yoongi cards off Nyokyo, and then for some reason they all got cancelled, and I was just like, it was a bit frustrating. So I'm still on the hunt for them. I would ideally like to get them before the comeback happens, but like, I don't know, sometimes with the older cards, especially the album ones, I'm kind of like, they're not going anywhere. I feel like they'll always be available, so I don't know. I do really need to like knuckle down and just finish some of these sets, but I feel like I say that every year and something always happens to derail me and sidetrack me. But you know, just know, like I said, I have the best intentions. I always have the best intentions. That's my most recent addition to this binder, which you'll have seen in my last video, or if you saw my last video. And like I said, a mix of Japanese cards in there just to make this layout work, which Map of the Soul 7, still one of my favourite albums, still one of my favourite spreads. Just, I love it so much. Did manage to get him this year, which was good. I'm still obviously got stuff that I want to work on. And then we're just going into the butter stuff, which I still love this spread as well, just the double page. I just think it's so cute, and I love these little funky cowboys so much. And then some more Korean and Japanese pobs for butter. These here are replicas that I've made, so you'll see as I go through, especially my JK stuff, like I have no issue with using replicas in my collection because they're just like fill in the gaps and make like layouts work how I want things to work. Yeah, if you've seen my stuff before, I'm pretty like chill and open about the fact that I use replicas, especially for expensive stuff, and I feel like there's no problem with it as long as you're not trying to scam anyone into thinking that you own these like super expensive cards, or like you're trying to sell them on and they're not real, do you know what I mean? I feel like it kind of goes without saying, but like, yeah, I will point out replicas when they pop up later in my collection, but yeah, I just printed these out myself. Yeah, they're just plain on the backs and I've just like cut them to the shape. Yeah, just use the replicas as fillers, like who cares, as long as you know that they're like not real and everyone else knows. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Proof, which is still a very nice spread, I think, personally. And then my dupes from DJ, and then this was the Permission to Dance Live. I was so happy that I managed to pull these two together. Initially, I thought there was only one pre-order card with the Weverse set that I got. I can't remember. It was, I think I might have seen Jin initially. And I was like, oh, obviously super excited because Jin. And then as I was like digging around like in the box, Yoongi popped out and I was just like, this was meant to be. This is a sign. This is like everything. Super happy to get them two together. I'm still missing JK for the Weverse pop, but like I'll talk about that later, I guess. I don't know. I've spoken about it before. It's still too expensive. Like, I think it's too pricey anyway. Another two that I got this year that I was really happy about was two Festa cards. So I did only get bias line for these. The full set was slightly like out of my price range at the time, so you know, I didn't get the full set, but they were very cute and I'm very happy to get these ones as well. Like this one especially from the Sushita set, like love that. Do we think they'll bring that back? I don't know, maybe. I hope so. Or some like other iteration of it maybe. And then we're going into like the miscellaneous stuff here, so there's like some season's greetings and just like random things that I've collected. This kind of has no order to it, but you know, we go with it. And then the photofolio, I do really want to get the missing one this year. It's the other Sailor Jin. He's not the fisherman, but he's like in that outfit. And then more like random things. Stuff from D-Icon. I feel like pink hair Yoongi is severely underrated. Is that a hot take? Probably not, but he's just so cute. I just love him so much. And then we go into the mini tour size things. Again, this is just quite a random selection because I don't know, I haven't really like honed in on mini tour stuff for YoonJin just because I feel like I don't have the space for them as much as I do for JK. This is my very small mini tour section for them, and he is in this binder because I didn't want to start a new page in the larger A4 binder for him, but yeah, he's just lives there. It's fine. He's chilling there. And then these are just the lenticular postcards just at the back. Again, a very random impulse purchase, but I just love these photos and I just love this Yoongi so much. But yeah, that is everything that I have for YoonJin for the A5 size at least. Like I said, I think I did okay with some of my goals, but again, massively derailed by Echo and Runsock Jin, but I'm not complaining. It just means I've got more things to think about collecting in 2026, all depending what the comeback's going to be like. Who's to say? I have no idea, but I'm so excited. How many times am I going to say that I'm so excited in this video? Probably a lot. So I do have like a little list of what my collection goals were for 2025. So I just have little printouts here. So as you can see, I just made one for Jin and there's some like units there. So see, I did manage to collect at least these two from the units. This one especially, like I already said, I wasn't expecting. There's a couple on here that I got like the Love Yourself, Dark and Wild. He's on there because I think I need to replace that one because it's damaged. I don't know why he's on there because I collected him before I made this, so I just obviously forgot that I had him. A couple that I've managed to collect, so you know. Yoongi, I feel like I did worse with collecting Yoongi, but I don't know. I still managed to get a few at least. But again, I got busy collecting other things, but it's okay because like I can just carry stuff over, and like I said, especially the album cards, they're not going anywhere. I will show my 2026 ones at the end, like after I've flipped through everything, so if you want to just like skip that bit at the end, that's absolutely fine. But like I said, that is everything for YoonJin. Next up is JK's Korean album and DVD binder. So this is they used to be called Prism Platinum, but they're called Old Bias now. This is one of their A5 deluxe binders with the little rabbit logo on the front because obviously I've said this a few times on my channel, but like I absolutely love this collection. This is one of my favourite parts of my entire collection. I feel like for obvious reasons. I just have this little keyring just as a decoration, and then I start off with the winter package film strip thing. It's not really film strip, but I didn't want to like have this further back in my binder and have it like push or like damage anything. And then I just start off with some artwork. So I will link all the fan art that I have in my binders like where possible if there's anything you're interested in. I do have a separate binder for like fan art, so I might show that in this video if anyone's interested. We're just, again, same thing, start off in release order and just going through. There is another mix of like some Japanese cards here and there, which I'll point out, but yeah, I don't know, I've said it before, but I just really love this binder. I'm really proud of it. It has been a lot of work and, you know, kind of a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie, but this is like one of my hobbies, so you know, I'm just happy to like invest in this. But yeah, I think I did alright with collecting JK for this year. So like I did manage to like collect quite a few more like pricier or like harder to find items. At least I feel like they're harder for me to find. So one of these especially is the BTS World Story card. I was so happy to get this. I got this quite like early on in the year actually. I managed to find it on eBay, which I was quite surprised about. I did manage to get a few things off eBay this year, which like, I don't know, eBay is like kind of weird because I always feel like it's massively overpriced for like album cards especially, because I'll see like people trying to list like a bog standard like something like this for like over £20, and I'm like, no, that's absolutely ridiculous, like, and that's without the album. So yeah, I feel like eBay is kind of weird, but it does pay off to like at least check it because you can get good deals. Like I said, very happy that I got that, very happy that I completed BTS World, and then this is another recent addition that was in my last video, finally got the Persona postcard. Again, don't know why it took me so long, but he's here now and that's what matters. And then we just keep going through all the album things. Again, Japanese card just to fill in that gap and just make this layout look nice. And then of all like everything that I've collected, one of the things to be missing is this B Deluxe card. So it's like the zoomed out version of that, which is kind of mad that that's still one that I haven't collected. One of my big like wishlist items for 2026 is this B Lucky Draw. It's the vertical one where he's like sat in this room, but it is quite expensive, so you know, it's been like, I've been thinking about it for a while. You know, I would really like to get that there and then have that like complete this page or this spread for B. But yeah, it's pricey, and I'm like trying to think ahead of, like, you know, the album comeback, the tour, possible tour dates, like anything else that's going to come out. But, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. And again, talking about replicas, this is a replica page. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to afford these, especially because these are like insanely priced and I've like never seen them listed anywhere. I just like having them because it sort of like completes the binder, and again just makes the layout flow better, at least in my opinion. So yeah, by all means go and make your own replicas and use them as glorified fillers and just have fun, like who cares. And then just going into butter. I like what I did here. I know like this black might be a bit harsh, but like, I don't know, I still like it. I still really like the butter concept and stuff. And then going into proof. Again, these are my most recent additions. I would like to get something to go there, but I'm not sure. I can't think of anything that I could actually get to go there. I'm sure I'll find something, because ideally I would want to move this somewhere, but again, not sure where to put it. I don't know. I'll find something, but it's kind of like, it's like kind of moved down on the priority list, especially with like the new album coming. So yeah, we'll just wait and see if I find anything. Yeah, and then the stuff from the collector's edition, and then these were new additions. Well, all four of these were new additions this year. These are from the Proof exhibition. Realistically, I should have put them in my merch binder, but the merch binder is getting a bit full already. And then this is my dupe from the Permission to Dance Live album. There's a space for the Weverse Pop, but again, it's more than I want to pay for it. Like at the minute, still, it has gone down, but it's still too expensive in my opinion compared to the other members' pobs. You know, member pricing. I hate you, but like I get it, but I hate you so much. And then the spots here, there's potentially for more Permission to Dance Live stuff, but I don't know. I don't think I would start the new like album release on this page. Like that just doesn't make sense. I don't really know where I'd put it in here. I don't know if I would put it after Golden or like after Permission to Dance. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, these are my Golden dupes. So obviously, like if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I bought like quite a few copies for Golden. Not gonna lie, I went a bit crazy, but like, you know, it's all good. So these are just some of the extra cards and the extra postcards that I got. This is the only broadcast card that I own. This is the Boy With Love, or at least one of them. I just think he's very cute and he's just hanging out there for now. And then this is the other Festa, this is the Festa 2025 card. Don't know what to put here. He does look kind of lonely there, but maybe I'll figure out a better place for him in the future, but he's just hanging out there for now. And then we're going into the DVD and Blu-ray section, and again just some fan art to start with. I feel like I will need to rearrange this section because I've kind of like got it in my head that DVD is something that I want to focus on for 2026, because obviously just looking through the album section, apart from like Permission to Dance and like a couple of other random things, like I'm basically done, which is like kind of crazy. I know there's like other like older things or like, you know, other pressings and stuff, but for the most part like that's like complete for me. So then the next thing is like DVD. I have also thought about like dipping into more of the Japanese cards, but again it's just like it's kind of up in the air at the minute, or at least it is up in the air now that we have like the comeback date. But anyway, let's just keep going. So yeah, some concert stuff. He's a little bit out of place, but it's the winter package JK, just because there's nowhere else for him to go at the minute. And then we flip, and then we've got memory stuff, and I love this page so much. This is like, these two especially are like dream cards, and I got this year, which is the 2019 Memories Blu-ray. It is the double-sided one, and I'm just obsessed with it. Like, this JK was one of these looks, it was one that I was obsessed with when I first got into BTS, and it just, I love it so much. Yeah, I was so happy to get that as well. So he just lives in there, and this is kind of an insane spread. When I think about how much money is potentially on this page, it kind of drives me mad. I did get him this year as well, which I'm very happy about, just to like round off the 2020 and 2021 section. Spots there to fill in potentially, but we shall see. And then going into the Muster stuff, so I did get these both this year, which is the 6th Muster DVD and Blu-ray, and again, most recently, the Permission to Dance in the US charm, and then spots for me to hopefully double collect the cards from the Permission to Dance US OT7 set and the Seoul OT7 set, and then a gap for something else, but I don't know what. I do think I need to reorganise this, because obviously this is like a concert and it's like in the middle of... I'll rework this, I think. Moving on, and then there's more miscellaneous stuff. So this is like the Map of the Soul concept book, the deco kit, and then the photofolio, which hasn't changed because the finished with that. They didn't release anything after the like they brought out the full set. And then my dupes, because again I bought 2 copies because I'm insane. And then just finishing off with the postcard there. Yeah, that is everything I have for JK's Korean album and DVD binder. Like I said, I just love this binder so much. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with what I collected this year, and just like the things that I've done to customise the binder and stuff. But yeah, this is my little list of wish list for 2025. So I did manage to get like quite a lot, actually. So like, apart from this 5th Muster Japan DVD, I got all of these, and then like most of this row. I did buy this, but I got scammed with it, so I'll talk about that later. That is that one there. That's the big lucky draw that I was talking about, which I've got my eye on it for this year, but we'll just wait and see. So yeah, that is everything that I had on my wish list, at least. Moving on, this is JK's merch binder, and again, just starting off with some artwork. So this is something that I made, and then there's stuff from another artist that I'll link down below. And I do want to work on this in the new year, but like, this order is a little bit off. It's not how I want it to stay, but it's just, things are here for now. So these are recent additions. They're from some merch from the Speak Yourself tour. And then this is the most recent set as well that you saw in one of my last videos, or my last video actually, from the Map of the Soul tour. And then stuff from Bang Bang Con and a random Love Yourself tour card. And then just going into more of the merch size stuff and some of the full sets, which I just love. Like I've said it before, there's something about like the mini sized cards that I just absolutely love. I don't know if it's because it's like the bigger size, they feel like bigger photos, like not necessarily better photos, but they're just, I don't know, I feel like you can see more. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, the Dalmajung stuff, which is so pretty. Do we think they'll do Dalmajung this year? Possibly, I don't know. It would be nice if they did, because they always have really nice photos. And then more merch stuff. So this is like the merch box cards, and then a couple more here. And then these the Japan fortune boxes, which I'm missing one, but you know, I might try and like track that down this year. And that's a membership card, which is out of place, but I got it as a freebie, so like I didn't want to start an entire page in one of my OT7 binders just for him, but like, you know, he just lives there for now. But yeah, I just love these. I'm so happy with them. Like the merch box ones especially, like I did sort of knuckle down and like want to tick them off my list, which I'm happy that I did. And then we just go into the artist made stuff. That's the Yet to Come in Busan hotel photo card, which is still so cute. Just love it, with his little pajamas and the little cereal bowl. Like, are you kidding? It's so cute. I did rewatch Yet to Come in Busan on New Year's Eve. It was sort of like my tradition of sorts on like New Year's Eve to watch a BTS concert now, and it was just so good to like rewatch that and like not have this, I don't know, this like overwhelming sadness and dread like hanging over me like watching it, especially with like towards the end with Young Forever for Youth and Spring Day, and like the editing that they did when Jin was doing his speech was like diabolical. But now I can watch that and just be like, everything's fine. The sun is shining, the tank is clean, BTS are back, like, you know, we don't have to worry about anything ever again. Then we're just going into the solo stuff. That is something that I cut out from one of the albums just as a filler, and also like the colour work. So we've got like the grey and then the warm tone stuff, which I think looks very nice. And then stuff from the exhibition merch, so photo card holder, necklace, gold bar and perfume, I believe. And then more exhibition stuff. I would like to get the ticket to go there, but it's like low priority and there's like other stuff I want to collect more. But yeah, I do still like these photos. I do think he looks very handsome still. I'm glad that I got that as a set actually. And then more miscellaneous stuff. This is actually one of the first things that I collected when I first started getting into collecting. It just came as a set, which is very nice. And again, just more random things. There's no real like rhyme or reason to this section, but it's just like, obviously this is all like the D-icon stuff. I don't know if they'll like do something like this again with like the silly amount of photo cards. I'd probably cry if they did, because like this binder's quite full already, which I'm kind of nervous about, I'm not gonna lie. And then just some more random stuff at the back there. I did get that feeler card as a freebie. I can't remember where I got it as a freebie from, but yeah, that was a nice surprise anyway. And then just at the back here, to finish off, we've got like the larger merch size stuff. So the stuff from like the Map of the Soul 1, a couple of things from Memories, and just some more postcards from The Fact. These really thick in the soup postcards, which was very random, but they're very cute. And then these are the BTS Japan exhibition, and then some photos that from this exhibition that I can never pronounce the name of. It's not every photo, these ones that I'm missing, but again, they're not like high priority. But if I ever come across them, I might consider getting them, because I do like these types of photos. I just think it's nice to have as like a moment in time, just to look back on that, you know? I mean, is this not what the entire point of like a photo card collection is, I guess? Anyway, like I said, I just love the merch cards. I'm very happy with this collection, how it's like shaping up, but like I said, I do feel like I'm going to need to split this, and it does kind of make me fearful. But I did get another binder. I bought one in Alt Bias's Black Friday sale. I just bought one of the standard A5 white binders, the same as like the previous one you've just seen, but in the standard version. Ideally I would have liked the deluxe one, but it was sold out for the worldwide like Europe shop or whatever, so I'm thinking that I might use that to house like part of this collection, or potentially like Japanese stuff if I decide to like collect more of the Japanese things. I don't know. Basically, it's just my backup binder at the minute, but yeah, at least I have it just in case, which is always good. That is everything that I have for JK's merch stuff. Man, I always forget like just how long it takes to film something like this, and especially now because I've got more binders than I have when I first started doing videos and stuff, so it feels like it takes a long time and I just have to like mentally psych myself up for it, but it's all good. As you can see, this is my A4 YoonJin binder, so this is all the chapter 2 solo stuff. These binders are from Alt Bias as well. These are the My Universe duo. I got them like as the duo set, and the other one is for JK's, which you'll see shortly. One of my goals for 2025 was to get new binders for my YoonJin KR solo stuff, because I just felt like I wanted them in like nicer binders, and ideally like I would like to house the rest of my OT7 A4 stuff in ones like this, but I just don't have the shelf space. It's a bit hard, so I'm just sticking with the other like office binders, which you'll see when I go through them. This is YoonJin, obviously. I'm very happy with this. So starting off with Jin, and what can I say? What can I say about Jin that I haven't already said like a million times, especially over this year? Yeah, so we just start off with the astronaut. There's been no change for the astronaut because I haven't like collected anything new for him, but I do still love the astronaut so much. It is still like very, very special. And then we just go straight into Happy. I feel like this bind is like so thick. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of concerned because what if they like bring more stuff out? No shit, there is more stuff coming out because there's the Jungkook KR digicode. Oh, Jesus Christ. I might have to rethink this entire binder. Anyway, yeah, everything for Happy. I still love this Super Tuna card. This is like the funniest card ever. Like, you know. I love this man so much. This is the vinyl card. So I showed it in my last video. I just showed like the card itself, but this is where it lives, and there's space for like more things. I don't know if I'll collect more things for Happy. We'll just have to wait and see. But I just love this card. This is from the showcase, obviously, and the vinyl is so pretty as well. When I opened the vinyl though, I'm missing like 2 of the lyric card things from it, which has anyone else had like issues with this? Because am I just like going crazy? Oh, hold on. So yeah, this is like the inclusion pouch, right? And it was like the photo card was in there, and then they have these, which is like the bunting stuff that you would like put the string through, but I only have like 3 through 6, so I'm missing Running Wild and I'll Be There, which like I don't understand how I'm missing like 2 things. Like they're nowhere else in the vinyl, not in the booklet, not in like the slipcase or anything. So I'm just really confused. I'm not like angry or anything, it's just bizarre, but you know, it's just, I mean, realistically I'm not going to store these anywhere because I feel like they just take up too much space. Like I said, I'm just very confused. But I did buy this from like the BTS UK like online shop, if that like means anything. I don't know, but like, you know, it was like fully shrink wrapped. It was like everything else was there, like the card was fine. Yeah, just very confused. Moving on, still like the larger inclusions for Happy. I did do this page like a little while ago actually, and these are the things from the Weverse version, and then this card is from the pop-up shop that they had. He did used to be in my A5 one, but I put him in here. Don't really know what I could get to fill in these spots actually. They're just in there now. And then we're going into Echo. Possibly one of the most unexpected things from 2025 was Echo, and also the Jungkook KR tour. I just love this release so much, and now I'm thinking about it, like thinking about going through, I feel like I have even more stuff for Jin than I have for Yoongi, and I was like, I have so much shit for Yoongi for D-Day. Yeah, I did rearrange these cards slightly, and obviously there's like gaps for more things because there's cards that I'm missing. I do want to get the Japan lucky draw, the one where he was like at the Nintendo like Super Mario Land or whatever, and he's like pouting and he looks absolutely adorable. I need to like flip here, so you can see this is like the page of the lucky draws, and because there was 4 from each shop, I ended up like putting some on the back. But what I've done now is, as you can see, I've used a couple as fillers for this page, and then one as a filler here, just to make like more space, because I kind of wanted like all the selfie cards together, because like look how adorable he is. Like Princess Seokjinny, one of my favourite cards of the year without a doubt. Like I absolutely love this. I took this to London with me. It was from the first week of orders, I believe. It was like one of those special gift things that they do that I can never remember the name of. But yeah, I'm just so happy with these. Like, all the selfie cards are just so cute. All these ones with the little holograph logo on the back are all the lucky draws, the Korean lucky draws. I've said before, I'm not bothered about concept cards really, but I'm not mad about having these because I love the Echo concept, especially this one. You know, Rockstar Jin, I love it. But anyway, moving swiftly on, there's some UMS postcard and then stuff from the Weverse version, and then we're going into the Run Jin tour stuff. So these are freebies that I made for the concert. It's just my own artwork and then just postcards, and then these are the tickets from the Army Zone, and then these are the merch stuff. So these are the special photo cards. I did have to buy these secondhand because they'd sold out at the concert, and then these ones are the instant photo set. But very cute, very happy to have this and like have him all in the same outfit on the same page. It's just very adorable and I love it a lot. I love him a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned that ever on this channel. And again, more tour things. So these are the Army Zone London cards. These ones in the corner are from the final or the encore. They were like the album pickups that I got through a group order, and these Polaroids are from Japan. And then this one in the middle is actually an Echo merch card, but he's in the same outfit that's on this poster, so it works well. But yeah, like I said, I've ended up with so much stuff for Jin, and like I said, they've announced the digicode stuff for the tour, so that's going to go in here. And then we're going to move into D-Day, so obviously this is Yoongi stuff. There hasn't really been any change for Yoongi because I haven't collected anything new for him, but I still absolutely love this section so much. So obviously start with like the album cards, and then this one from the final, one of my favourite Yoongi cards ever. Speaking of you, like when he went live before the end of the year, and like, oh my god, I was just so happy to see him. Like when he did the live by himself, obviously he's done like lives with the rest of the members, and it's always been so nice to see all of them, but Yoongi on his own, and he has a cat. Oh my god, the cat reveal, we finally know whose cat that was in his camera roll. And oh, it was just so sweet, like when the cat was meowing and then like Yoongi was humming back, I was just like, I want to cry because this is just like the sweetest thing I've ever seen. It was, honestly, it was so good. And then like Hobie has 2 cats as well. Like who'd have thought that there'd be 3 cats in like the BTS pet family or whatever. Like who saw that coming? Not me. Yeah, it was just so nice to see Yoongi, and he just looked so happy, and just, you know, after everything, it was just so nice to see him. And I don't know, like I'm so ready for the new album and the comeback and everything, and like for just the things to get rolling again. And I don't know, yeah, I'm probably not making sense, but whatever. These are from the vinyl, in case you were wondering. And then more like large inclusions. I did do a lot of customizing for D-Day, so obviously, like I've said before, I wanted to have things where you can like pull things about. I'll link the video from the YouTube channel where I've found out how to use About Fuse tool and customizing, so it's Fun Times with EK. I'll link their video below. Honestly, like that video was a game changer for like the entire like collecting community, I think. If you want to check that out, please do. I think the only thing that I could like add to this now, I suppose, is getting something to fill in this Road to D-Day spot, but again, it's not really like high priority. But I don't know, what else can I say that I haven't already said about this section and about Yoongi? Like, I just love it. This album just still like means so much, and yeah, everything that we got from it was incredible. And yeah, I'm just so happy that like it all works out in the end, you know. Without like digging up stuff too much, you know. We've moved on. We're looking ahead. Yeah, this is all like stuff from the movie, so these are like the Japan postcard set, and then a ticket from the movie. It must have been included as a freebie somewhere. And then this is the best thing ever. This is the 28 Yoongis from the D-Day, the original. I love this so much. It's still like one of the best things they've ever done. Like, arguably, I think like doing these tour releases and including all these photo cards is like such a good move, because I think I said at the time, like, imagine if all these were random, I probably would have.
네가 칼을 이렇게 들고 하니까 무섭지. 왜 사람들에게 무서움을 주는 걸까?
This is insane. But yeah, I don't know, I love them so much. And again, I just repeat myself, but yeah, no real change for these apart from like a little daft bits of customizing here and there, which I think I already showed at the time anyway. But yeah, that is everything for Day-Day. Wondering if, I don't know if he'll do like another solo thing. I don't know. I feel like there won't be any sort of solo things before this year at least. I don't know. Well, but like I said, anything that they want to do, I'm happy for, and any surprise drops, like, I'm here for. That is everything that I have for Yoongi, and then everything that I have for Jin as well. I'm just so happy with this binder. Yeah, this year, well, like 2025 was so good, like collecting wise, and obviously the fact that I got to see Jin like twice in London. Without like getting too much into it, like, personally 2025 was really shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first half of the year was absolutely awful, and then having like Jin announce his tour, and then the fact that he was coming to London, again, without being too cheesy, it really was just like the joy that was keeping me going. Like, I had this like thing to look forward to, and again, like, the fact that I went to the shows like by myself, I went to the other end of the country to see him like solo, which was such a big deal for me, and like I'm so proud of myself for doing it. Yeah, and just the fact that like I had this good thing happen like in the summer. I don't want to like repeat myself and get too like cheesy or too like emo or whatever, but like, yeah, it just really was like what I needed, and like I'm so thankful to Jin for the tour and everything that he did. And obviously he's never going to see this, he's never going to know, but like I'm just so grateful for him and like everything that he did, and like Hobie as well, like getting to watch his shows like online and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. And then like being at Jin's concerts and getting to like hear those songs in person and like get to sing along to like Microcosmos and Spring Day with like thousands of other armies, it was just like the best feeling. And like, yeah, Jin just being his like amazing silly self, and like his like hearing his like beautiful voice, like it was just everything. And it really like made 2025 like a lot better. Yeah, just very, very happy that I got to have that experience, and I'm like hoping to hope that like there'll be UK dates on this tour schedule, and I'm just like really hoping for London or maybe like somewhere else, I don't know, maybe like Manchester or something, but I'm gonna do everything I can to like be at one of the shows. Next up is JK's Chapter 2 solo stuff. So again, this is one of the Alt Bias My Universe A4 binders, and JK has his own binder for this because he's super special, and yeah, I don't feel like I need to explain why he has his own binder for this. So album cards to start off with, these are replicas of the digital photo cards from the Weverse version. I don't really think I got anything new for this year, apart from like the vinyl cards and then these two, which are US exclusives. They're either Walmart or Target, I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie. Again, like at the time I wasn't really bothered about collecting them because there was so many like concept cards, and I've said like I'm not that bothered about concept cards, I'd rather get the selfie cards, you know? But I don't know, like I've got spots for like a couple of other things, so maybe, because I don't have everything, these like still some other ones that I would like to get. There's a couple of I don't know, I kind of want to get the other ones from the Golden Showcase, but again, they're concept cards, and I don't know, it's kind of wanting to be more of a completionist, at least for like most of the stuff from Golden. But again, it's whatever, it's just how I feel, whatever I feel like collecting at this point. Again, replica page, these are just fan-made cards from an interview from the Weverse magazine when 7 came out, a replica of the 7 line PC, and then replicas of the Never Let Go event cards. And then these are the second week of Korean lucky draws. And this, still my pride and joy, I'm not gonna lie, this is like lucky draws, replicas of the broadcast cards, And then these are the first week order benefits. These are the PVC ones. This is still one of the cutest cards ever, like with the little rabbit. I love it. I love this page. The more cards I can see on a page, the better. Which, like, begs the question, why haven't I done this with Jin's section? I just don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to, like, rethink that. We'll just see. But yeah, I love this. I love all these cards so much. Just looks so pretty. And again, double page spread, replica of the Weverse art event, and then replica of the golden showcase gift. And then this one, like I said, this was the Japan fan club raffle lucky draw thing, whatever, but I'm pretty sure this is a fake because I have Jin's one from Happy and that's a real one, and this does not feel like how the Happy one does. This is like, you can't really tell, like, on camera, or at least I don't think you can tell. I just know from the touch that this is, like, not the right material. It's like, it's too thick. It's not PVC or anything, but it's just a very, like, thicker cardboard, and I don't know, like, I think, like, the print on his hand, like, it just looks a bit out of focus, and I don't know, if anyone has the real one and, like, you know, can verify, but again, I just don't know how you're going to verify without, like, actually physically touching it. But in my heart, I know that this, or I'm very, very sure that this is a fake. So the hunt continues, but he just lives there for now. As a filler, just to, you know, make this page look more complete. These are Japanese fan club and I think UMS lucky draws. And then these are all the Chinese lucky draws. And then just going into all the large inclusions, so posters and postcards. Yeah, again, much like D-Day, I don't really know what else to say about this that I haven't already said, other than I just love this collection so much. I had so much fun collecting everything. Like I said, I've mentioned, like, it was my first time joining group orders and, like, all the lucky draws, and it was just so exciting. And, like, everything that came out around it. I don't know, I just had so much fun. And, I mean, it's the same with, like, all the solo things. It was just so new and exciting and just so good to see, like, all the members do something different. I'm gonna say it again, I'm just so excited to see them all back together. The only thing I really did was add this page, which is, like, a filler, just to cover up the white of the poster because it was, like, folded over on itself. But yeah, it just makes, like, the layout look nicer. And then these are the photos from the exhibition. Just very, very nice and cute to have. I just love that photo. And then that's a filler, just it's a cutout from another copy of the album as we go into the photo card set from the exhibition as well. And then the I Am Still stuff. I haven't collected everything from I Am Still, but this is the layout that I'm happy with because I know there's a card where he's in this outfit. It might be the same pose actually, but it's got a silver background, but this card is like holographic, like shiny. But I don't want to like redo this page again because I already had to redo it because of this card. I do think it looks very cute in the end, and yeah, very happy with it. And then just more stuff that I collected. So these film marks did come in these pouches, and initially I'd wanted them in there like on a page with these on the side, but it was just too thick with like these just wouldn't fit, so they're there. And then I just added some fillers in there, and this is a ticket that I made to give out as a freebie at one of the shows that I went to, my ticket. And then I just added some fillers on the back there to cover up all the ugly white paper on the back. That is everything that I have for JK for Golden. Like I said, I love this release. I loved everything like about collecting. Just so much fun. I love this collection. Yeah, just very, very happy with it. Don't know what else I can say. These stuff I'm missing obviously, as I've mentioned, but it's going to be one of them things where I might pick them up later down the line, like if I see them for like decent, like cheap prices. I don't know, but again, not really priority for now, which is, I don't know, it's kind of wild to think that this is like basically done, and it's like, what, it's going to be 3 years this year since Golden came out. That is wild. Very happy with this. I need to focus on like other things, like I said, DVD and stuff, and obviously the group come back. Okay, so now we're finally getting into the group stuff. So this is all like the OT7 A4 collections that I have. I have 3 binders of these, which is wild because I swear I only started out with like 2 last year, but I had to like split parts of my collection up. So this is Korean album and DVD. You'll see as I go through. I haven't collected like everything. There is still a lot of stuff that I'm missing, like especially older things, but I don't know, like, I'm not like 100% happy with how this collection is, but it's like I've got space to add things and like back collect, but you know, I'll talk through it more. Like, I need to show you it as I talk through. So we start off with like the group card. So this is all the things that I've pulled, I've collected. The HYYH group card is still like favourite thing ever, obviously. This was the first card that I ever pulled because A Map of the Soul 7 was the first BTS album that I bought. And then these cards are all ones that I've pulled, some more group cards as well. I do keep like everything that I pull, even if they're not like bias line members, because like why would I, like, you know, why wouldn't I? So they're just here, they're just hanging out here. More things. And then this is like the start of the more put together part of the collection. I don't know. So this is the Love Yourself Hair vinyl, and then we go into Tia. Do we think they'll bring out another group vinyl? Like, I thought they maybe would have brought out Answer if they were going with like the Love Yourself theme. Who's to say? And then we have B. I do realistically want to collect like bias line for these ones just because they're like easy enough to collect and just to fill in this gap and have this page be like a complete OT7 page. And then the butter stuff, again, just bias line stuff for this, and then stuff for proof. I said this last year, and it's very obvious that it hasn't happened, that I wanted to collect Jimin and Tae and then double collect Jin and Yoongi to have this set completed. But like I said, I got massively sidetracked with Echo and Runstock Jin. So like, you know, these things happen. Again, best intentions, but I do really, really want to like actually finish this set this year. I will have to move him when I get Tears to like round out this set, but you know, it's a work in progress. But I feel like I need to do it before March, otherwise I'm just gonna get like, again, massively sidetracked and God knows what the hell they've got planned for the year. There could be all kinds of things, who knows, but we'll just keep going into the group stuff. So obviously the group postcards for the compact version, and then just bias line for the large ones. I did pull this group card in one of the standard versions, and again the film strips. And then like a surprise of the year was the Permission to Dance live album. Very happy that they brought this album out because I feel like we've been begging for a BTS live album for forever, or at least as long as I've been in the fandom. I've seen like people asking for it, and probably even before I like got into BTS. Very happy with this set. I just think it's so cute. And then obviously we're going to like the postcards. There is a spot there I would like to get. I feel like it's a Japan pre-order benefit postcard or something, but it's like a group. It's a group postcard which would fit nicely there. Like I said, that's all I have for like Korean album, but it's like there's things for me to work on. The main thing that I did with this part of my collection was putting like fillers and things in, because I feel like that was like throw me off, because I was like, oh, this looks so ugly with like all the like plain backs and stuff. But you'll see more as I go through like the other binders, especially what I've did. I'll point it out. DVD and Blu-ray, so obviously this is just all stuff that's like being included in sets. So the Speak Yourself, the final, I don't know if you call these bookmarks, I don't know, but they're just in there. And then the digicode stuff from Map of the Soul. I was very happy to get these this year, and it was nice that they included like both the DVD and the Blu-ray versions. So obviously I have JK's original Blu-ray and DVD, but it's nice to have like the full set. There is a slight size and colour difference to these, so just obviously take note of that, like if you are collecting these. I do think these are a lot cheaper than the original DVD and Blu-ray cards though, so like, you know, something to just bear in mind if you're on the hunt for them. And then these are the postcards from the Map of the Soul Digi. Again, we've got individual ones and then some group cards. And then the Sixth Muster DVD and Blu-ray postcards and live photos. And then Permission to Dance in the US. Again, this is what I did. I just put like fillers on the back there because for the longest time I just left them plain and it was just driving me mad. So that's basically all I did this year with this binder was maintenance, I feel like. But again, there is space for me to put like new stuff in. So like, because I split stuff up, so you know, that new album, that new comeback, like just this binder, just you wait. And then this was Permission to Dance Soul. This was the other Digico that they brought out. Very nice that they gave us this set as well. I just love these outfits so much. Permission to Dance was so good. Like, it's... I've probably mentioned it before, but it was so pivotal in my like baby army era because it was like one of the first things that was coming out when I was getting into BTS. I got into them in like the summer of 2021, just for reference. I think it was after Permission to Dance was already out. I think I got into them and then like a week later the Butter remix with Megan Thee Stallion came out, and then like after that my next like release was My Universe, and then when they did Permission to Dance on stage when it was still in like lockdown and like all the like they couldn't have the live audience, that was like the first thing that I remember watching when JK had mint hair, and obviously it was the one where like Tay had to sit out, I think. My god, that just feels like so long ago. But it was just so pivotal in my baby army journey, and I love it. And yeah, such a special place in my heart for Permission to Dance. And these are all like pre-order benefits, I think, for like the Digicode and stuff, and they're just so it was so nice that they gave us so many OT7 sets with these, and I hope that this is like a signal of like things to come. Like, it would be nice if they gave us like OT7 sets with like the new release, but I feel like they're probably not gonna. I feel like we're gonna go back to like hunting for random cards, which I've kind of missed, I'm not gonna lie. Because as much as like the solo stuff has been amazing, it's been like fun to collect on its own, I've like missed the excitement of like the random like album pull, so I can't wait to like get that back again. But yeah, again, what I did is just add fillers for this just to cover up like the ugly white backs. And then these are like the mini posters. Ideally I would like to get bigger binders and pages that fit these properly, but with my shelf space, it's just not realistic. But this is just how they are for now. At least I can stand these binders up, so I don't need to worry about things like damaging things and whatever. That is everything I have for the album and DVD binder. Like I said, there's stuff I'm not like 100% happy with, but there's plenty of room for me to add things and like back collect if I want to. And obviously space for the new album, which is the most important thing that's on my mind right now. Again, how many times can I mention this new album and how excited I am? This is the chapter 2 stuff for Hobie, Namjoon, Jimin and Tae, plus some other things. I think there's like photo books in the back here. So this one goes in release order by member. So obviously Hobie was the first one to release something with Jack in the Box, so then it goes Hobie, Namjoon, Jimin, Tae for the solo things. So yeah, kind of like the other binder, what I did was maintenance for this, really. Just printed out these photos to like cover up the posters, just again to cover up the white space, because I don't know why I have this just like such beef with the white backs and just plain backs of things at the minute. I don't know. Straight into Jack in the Box. I did manage to get the vinyl this year because they restocked it during Hobie's like 12-hour sleep live that he did, so I was so happy to get that because my initial order of it had got cancelled. I've spoke about that before, but like yeah, I'm so happy that I've actually have that now. Kind of a similar theme with like other parts of my collection. I did have plans and like intentions for what I wanted to collect, but I got sidetracked. I feel like that's just a running theme for me. I set these like little goals for myself, and then just stuff happens, and then they release things that I just wasn't expecting. Yeah, I put fillers on the back there just to make this look nicer. That's my ticket from the Japan viewing. It was so good. The Hope on the Stage was so amazing. And then these are two of the Charm of Hope cards. So these are the Mona Lisa ones, and this is the Killing It Girl version of the And What ticket, like the exhibition. He's in there because, I don't know, I just collected these ones to start with. He's in the middle because this outfit, Killing It Girl, is so amazing. Like, honestly, one of the best things to come out of this year. Like, everything that Hobie did, everything that Jin did, like, just, I was blown away. I do also have, like, the Hope on the Stage digicode with me. Obviously, it's not here because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of, like, freaking out about how full this binder is and how many cards there are for the Hope on the Stage digicode. So yeah, I have the digicode here, and then I got the set that came with the message cards, so I'm kind of like, I didn't realise like how big these were. So, you know, there's like a load of these. God knows where I'm going to put them. And then obviously, so there's this, which was like a pre-order bonus, and then there's this set of cards as well. Kind of freaking out because like, do I have enough pages? I don't know. I feel like there's postcards in here, but it's probably going to be that I'm not going to display everything in the binder purely for space, but we'll see. I wasn't expecting there to be so much for Hobie, but you know, I'm very happy. I need to like watch this. I've had this for like 2 or 3 weeks now and I just haven't watched it because of like Christmas and just other things going on. But yeah, very, very happy to have this. Obviously very excited to get Jin's as well, so that's coming soon. But yeah, that is everything I have for Hobie's section. I do have goals that I want to focus on for this part of my collection, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But then we just go into Namjoon's. Love this photo of Namjoon from the Wildflower music video. Just so pretty. I added these, which is just fillers. I did it in the similar style to these ones, which I talked about before. Again, no change here, but I do want to focus on that. One of these is from the vinyl, and then just the larger inclusions, and Right Place, Wrong Person. Still one of the funniest photos ever. I love it. And then I just still really like what I did with this part of Right Place, Wrong Person. There is like 2 cards and 2 postcards that I'm missing. There is space for them, but again, they just got pushed to the wayside for other things last year. But that's fine. I really wanted to do something different for this section, and I really like how it turned out. Yeah, I love this album. I do need to get the vinyl as well. I'm still missing the vinyl for Right Place, Wrong Person, Hop on the Street, Muse, and Layover. So they're going to be like priorities, kind of, depending how this tour schedule shakes out. God, I feel like everyone's life is just dependent on this tour schedule. So funny. But anyway, going into gym and stuff, so there's no change for Face. I do want a better home for them. They're the vinyl cards, but again, I don't know like how to make them work properly with this layout, just because there was like an odd number of them, and I'm not like collecting any more cards. Like I don't collect like lucky draws and stuff for these solo releases. But never mind, I'll figure something out. And then we're going into Muse, where I do want to get the Weverse card, and there's some of these like Polaroid things that I'm still missing. I did go back through and like add more fillers for these pages just on the back to make, again, to cover up like the white gaps and just make things look nicer. Like I added this just like for the back just to make it look better. And then I still don't know what these are, but do you know, I might have to end up taking some things like this out because there's so much stuff for Hope on the Stage. And then Layover, again, this photo of Tay, which I think is so nice, and obviously with the 7 tattoo peeking out. No real change here, but I have put gaps in because I would like the vinyl cards to go here when I eventually get it, and then another card here in this outfit because this was my favourite look from all of these photos that he had. My god, he's been doing so much lately. Like, it's literally just yesterday all those magazine covers came out, and then there's that photo book that he's... When does that photo book come out? Is it next month? I don't actually know. But he's doing a lot. I feel like everyone's just losing their minds, and it's his fault. But it's also all of their fault. But it's great and I love it. I'm just, do you know, yeah. Anyway, I need to stop rambling because I feel like this video is going to be way too long and I need to edit all this and it's going to be a nightmare. But anyway, yeah, that's everything that I've got for everyone else's solo things. Again, there's things to work on, but that's fine. I'm at peace with that. And then we're just going into the photo book section. Not like any massive changes here. I don't even think did I even do any fillers for this? I don't really know. But yeah, there's map of the soul stuff and then the photofolio things. Yes, I do have Jimin's, but his cards are in like a tiny little collect book with a couple of other random things. And then these are the extras for JK. And then the group folio stuff. I feel like I need to speed run through this, I'm sorry. And then these are all the calendar pages. I know like they do kind of take up a lot of space, but they're just too nice to like not have displayed, you know? I wonder if we'll get like another calendar eventually. I do kind of miss like having a BTS calendar because I didn't have one for like last year. I don't have one for this year either. 2027, please bring us a group calendar, thank you. See, I haven't put anything on the back here, but I'm not that mad about it because they're all like light coloured anyway, so it doesn't bother me that much. And then these are all white as well. Anyway, that's my logic. So these are the photo cards from the Beyond the Storybook. These are the UK versions, so I think the Korean ones are a slightly different shape. These are like much more rounded. I did add a filler here, I just made it myself. It's just like silver ink and just copied the lines off there basically. And then this was the special Beyond the Stage book that they brought out. Like they brought the book out and then they did another like random order. I think it was like 2024 Festa or something, but I just really wanted this set because I think they look really nice, and it's from that performance where they did Fix You, like they did the cover of Fix You by Coldplay. And then these are the larger Beyond the Stage poster pre-order benefit things, I think. Yeah, very nice. I did put like the black card on the back there. That's about the only thing that I've done. And then Aishua. This is obviously season 1, and then basically all I've done is just added like some coloured card for the back of these. I feel like I need to get a backboard for these binders. So yeah, I will be adding the season 2 stuff here. I do have beef with the packaging for the season 2 stuff, so like bear with me, I'm just going to go on a mini rant. I probably should talk about this like in when I actually put these away, but I just need to get it out of my system now. So like the book, so cute, so lovely, right? And then this is all the inclusions. So this was like packaged on top of this. It was like vacuum sealed. And she's like, all right, fair enough, like keep them all together, keep them safe. Yeah, sure, whatever. You open it up and then it's just like a stack of things, right? Great. And then, oh look, you've got this little guy. This is the little digicode. Sure, fine. Oh, photo cards. Love that. Absolutely cute. Adorable. You know, Jimin just looking so cute. I'm so excited to see Jimin's cutie little face. And then, hold on, let me get the angle on it. Look at that. Look at that. Just this like huge dent in his face, and that's as if that's not bad enough, it goes into the second card. I am fuming. I am absolutely livid about these. Luckily the third one's okay, the third one's safe, JK's are safe, you know, which I'm just honestly I'm so mad about that. So yeah, that's a thing that I'm annoyed about. So that's why I haven't even started like looking at these and like thinking where they're gonna go. The only thing that I can like, that I really want to like say, just beg, just please, like, different packaging for these. Like, I get it, like, I get what you're doing with these little, like, keychain digicode things, like, I get it, but please, different packaging. Like, yeah, anyway, rant over. I will be putting those away, like, in another video. That is everything for this binder. I will, like I said, I need to, like, sort out layout and see, like, how many cards I've got. I need to see how many pages of these I've actually got. That'll be coming maybe, like, in the next month or so. I don't know, don't quote me. Okay, so this is the final binder of the flip through. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm sorry if this video is really long, but, you know, I feel like I can't shut up, and my collection's just grown a lot more since last year, especially. So this is seasonal memories and also miscellaneous, like, tour things. So starting off with Season's Greetings 22. The set's split up, so I would like to double collect bias line for these and just fill this page in, because I think these cards are underrated. This concept, underrated. Yeah, and then just all the inclusions there. And then again, they did the digicode for Memories of 2020. So this is what would be like the DVD equivalent of the set. And then the Blu-ray equivalent set, which it was so nice to get all these because I love this look. I love these outfits. I just think they're so nice. And then, yeah, again, the colouring is different. So I feel like these are more pink toned than the original ones. So again, something to bear in mind. They do have different designs on the back. So that's something that you can look out for. And then again, going into more of the larger inclusions for Memories of 2021. I added this here just to cover up the back of that. And then Blu-ray inclusions. And then this is just a catch-all page of like stuff that I pulled. So that's like Speak Yourself the Final, Six Muster DVD, Six Muster Blu-ray, and then Memories and the OT7 folio. And then this is the not Memories of 2022. I can't remember what this is even called. The 7 Moments. So this is like technically a Memories. And then all I did was make these fillers that I don't know if you can even see in this lighting, but it's just silver ink with white acrylic paint painted on there just to mimic the backs of them. And then this is a replica set of the Festa 2023 cards. Again, it's very obvious with the different backs. And then this is a replica set of the 2024 Festa cards. These ones have the same backs, but like you can tell like the different like paper quality. It was nice that they gave us these photos in like super HD though. I very much appreciated that. And then I guess this is the Festa section, so this is like the special gift set that if you bought the like digicodes and stuff, you got a set of these. And then this set was from Festa as well. If you spent like over a certain amount on during that like Festa period, you got this as a bonus. This is a very nice set. These are from the Grammys, obviously. But yeah, this is like the seasonal Festa section, I suppose. And then tour merch stuff. So this is like one of the only older like merch things that I have. Obviously YoonJin's postcard is in their binder, and then these other two are just in here. I did get them as a full set, but it was just like, you know, I can't like not display them because they're just so cute. A random Six Muster set. And then going into Permission to Dance, that's my ticket from the live viewing. God, 2022, what a time! And then I've just added these fillers just to make it look nicer again. I can't wait to see them back on stage together. Do you know, like, I know we're all like desperate to see them on stage, but I can't like imagine how good it's gonna feel for them to like all be together on stage again. There'll be tears from our end, but there might be tears from their end, who knows. Like, I just can't wait. Oh, obviously this is all like Permission to Dance stuff. I'm just like flicking through these quite quickly, kind of, because I feel like we've seen these all before, but I do still really like them. Still one of the best Yoongi cards, I think. It just looks so cute. And then Yet to Come in Busan. More Yet to Come stuff. And then this is from the cinema viewings. I just added these backs, I just coloured these in, so if it looks horrible, I'm sorry, but I just didn't know what else to do with this. And again, just using these as fillers because I just think that's like just nice photos of them on stage bowing. And then hopefully there's space for more tour things. And then the final part of this is the miscellaneous section. So this is some exhibition stuff. That's from a Map of the Soul pop-up shop. And then Hybe Insight. I do think this set's really pretty. I do still really like the colouring of this one. And then the deco kit. There's just everyone else. I pulled that tier in my copy. And then we go into army kit. I can never remember the number of this, and that really annoys me that like he's just fallen down. But I'm too lazy to try and fix him. And don't talk about that. All the like the membership stuff. I love these sets. I'm so excited to get the new one as well. Like, obviously I ordered it, but there's like no previews. It's just like a black box with like a question mark in it, and I'm so excited to see what the photos are going to be. But yeah, this is the most recent one that we got. And then this is from one of the merch boxes, but it's like the full set. It's the permission to dance on stage stuff, which I love. And then finally, finishing up this binder is Army Bomb. So I think this is Army Bomb version 3. And then this is the Army Bomb Special Edition. This is what I got with my Army Bomb that I finally got like a month or so before they announced the Jin tour, which was very, very serendipitous, I do think. Do we think that we're going to get another Army Bomb though? Are we going to get a new version? Maybe. Who's to say? That is everything that I have for this binder, and that is it for my entire BTS collection. So I'm gonna do a layout or something, or find a nice page to just leave off, and I'll do a little outro. So I'll see you in 1 second. That is everything that I have for my BTS collection. So like I said, I feel like there was a lot of change in 2025, especially with my YoonJin stuff. Getting the A4 size binders was a big deal for me, and I'm very, very happy with those binders themselves, and like having the space to add more stuff to my collection, and just like, yeah, have those parts in like a nice, like, safe home, for like a lack of a better term. Overall, I'm very happy with what I collected this year. Again, like, surprises of the year were definitely Echo, Run Seokjin, and the Permission to Dance live album. I'm just, yeah, there's stuff that I still want to collect, obviously, but I need to like, I feel like I need to reevaluate a bit, obviously, with the new album upcoming. But speaking of what I want to collect, I did mention earlier that I had like goals and like did little wish lists. So these are my little wish lists for 2026. So I will start with the group one. So, well, I say group, but this is the OT7 solo Korean album cards that I want to focus on. So obviously it's just like the last few from Indigo, a couple from Right Place, Wrong Person, and some from Jack in the Box, Hope on the Street. And then the Weverse version photo card for Jimin, and then a few from Layover, and then Jimin and Tae for the Proof Compact. I really want to get these ones this year, so like, if you see me not collecting these, yeah, you can shout at me a little bit, not too much though. I'll be sad. So that's everything that I want to hopefully collect for like group and like the other solo stuff, and then these are what I want to focus on for JK. So like I said, the B vertical lucky draw, hopefully, I don't know, this one's kind of low priority because I don't know about it anymore. Ideally, really want to get this, but hoping it goes down a bit more in price. Looking to start maybe collecting more Japanese cards, and then as you can see here, I've got like some DVD and Blu-ray ones, but again, like DVD and Blu-ray might be slow going because they are quite expensive. Obviously a lot of the older cards are more expensive, but we'll just see. Obviously it just depends on what they're going to bring out like group wise, and then just some merch and miscellaneous ones just to finish off, and just as like something fun, you know, just something fun and silly. And then for Jin, again, it's just like some Korean album ones that have like left over from last year, more of the Echo lucky draws, some DVD Blu-ray ones just for fun, and then the Run Seokjin tour, because I'm not gonna lie, I really do want to get like as many of the Jin selfies from the tour as possible because they're just so cute. and I just love him a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned it at all on this channel, but you know. And then these for Yoongi. Obviously, there's more for the albums that I want to collect. Definitely want to focus on Love Yourself, Answer, and then these older ones. Again, DVD and Blu-ray ones just for fun. But on the bottom here, I have also added some unit cards. So like, these are kind of dream big wish list items that are probably never going to happen because they're so expensive, especially these two. So it's like the Hallyu postcard and the Now One venue. That is just like ridiculously expensive, but it's so cute. And then there's these Jungkook featuring Hobie unit cards because they're the only cards where all three of them are together that I've seen. So I would really like to get them. They're both from the Little Wishes winter merch thing that they did a couple of years ago. But yeah, that's everything that I have for my wish list. So I just like keep these in a little notebook and I just look back at them every now and again if I feel like I'm getting too off track, or like if there's something I'm not sure like what I really wanted to focus on. I just like having the physical things to look at rather than looking on like a digital template and getting like kind of overwhelmed. So that's something that like you could try if you also get overwhelmed, because I know there is a lot of BTS things to collect. I just feel like it helps to like narrow stuff down, especially I don't know, if you're starting out, especially just focus on like little things at a time and then you can like expand and you know, it kind of helps to not get like so sidetracked. But yeah, like I said, that's everything for this flip. That was everything for my collection. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be a nightmare for me to edit, so send me good vibes. Hopefully by the time I post this, we'll know what the tour schedule is, and I'm really hoping that there'll be UK dates on there. Like I said earlier, I'll do everything in my power to be at one of the shows at the very least. I'm just so excited for this year. I'm so excited to see what their album's going to be like what they're going to release, like what it's going to sound like. There's just so much potential and I'm just so excited, and I can't believe that like we're finally here. We finally made it, guys. Like the last what like 2-3 years just felt like it would never end, and I don't know, it's just so nice. It's so nice being here. We're in BTS year, like nothing else matters. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to ramble too much, but like, you know, I'm just so happy and I'm so excited to see what they're going to do and see them all together again, because that's what's most important, you know. In terms of the next video, it'll probably be me putting away like Hope on the Stage stuff and Are You Sure stuff. I have, like I said earlier, I have started buying like some of the Run Sok Jin the movie cards, and then I have also got the Run Sok Jin the original ordered. So I can't remember when that's coming out actually. I think it's pretty soon actually. So hopefully there'll be something sooner rather than later. Like I said, that's going to be it for today. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching this possible monster of a video. Also, thank you for watching throughout 2025. Thank you for almost 300 subscribers as well. That's like crazy that there's almost 300 of you that want to watch my silly little videos. But like I've said in the past before, I just enjoy like having this space to talk about BTS, because yeah, there's not many people that like put up with me like IRL, like just talking about it, but it's just nice to have this space online where we can just enjoy looking at BTS cards and talking about them and getting excited about what they're doing. So yeah, so like I said, thank you for watching, really appreciate it. If you're new and you want to subscribe, please feel free to see more from me, hopefully in 2026. But yeah, that is going to be it. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all excited for BTS comeback as much as I am. If you would like to, you can leave a like on this video, you can comment if you want, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you again soon with another video, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for everyone to get tickets to see BTS in 2026. Until next video, thank you for watching, bye!